Oh, look at it. Doesn't it look so pretty sitting there inside of the barn? Oh, yeah. So, this is my 1975 Explorer Exalter. Here in a minute, I'm going to push it outside so we can get a better look at it. Just do an overall review of it and see what we got going on. The body has to be lifted off of it, and really it takes two people because, as you can see, it's pretty big. But we'll get into that in just a minute. So let me push this thing out in the daylight so we can see it, and we'll see what we got going on. This is my old trike, and I know it's dark in this barn. You really can't see much. But just a general look at the frame with everything stripped off. You can see this crossbar that's coming across looks like a foot pegs. You know, that's where you put your feet. So here it sits, 1975 Explorer Exalter. I have the title, and on it says Explorer Model EXA. Mine that you see in the background there, that is the Explorer also, but I extended that body. I extended that frame, that shaft. It was originally not that long. I just wanted to make it more comfortable for myself. Now the foot braces, the little foot pegs that I pointed out a minute ago, if you look here, there's a hole right there in that footboard, that running board. Underneath it is that same foot peg that is on that trike. There's one on the other side, of course. And then we have two bolt holes here, which again, there was originally just a little tab on each side of that square 2x2 tube. There was a little tab on each side, and the other seat just sat on it. It wasn't bolted, but this one here is bolted. You can see the fender well on each side is it's a separate piece from the middle of the body. It's, several bolts that hold it. This one's missing a few. We'll have to, add some and strengthen it up, but everything looks in good shape. There are a couple little dings. My buddy, he said he saw one in the running board. Maybe that's it right there. Maybe that's what he meant. And then you can see quite a bit of stress cracking, or whatever you call that, right there around that bolt. I think if I just widen that tab, add something to it, and that'll make it better. And then there's this little spot here, which again, that's not bad. That's an easy fix, except for the paint job, of course. I looked up and saw several of these online. They all had this kind of pale color to them. This pale tan. I really don't like it that much. I'm just giving you a look from this side, so you can see everything's in pretty good shape. They all had the rack on top. At first, I thought that was some sort of custom-made thing that somebody added. But no, they all had the rack on top. I mean, they're all very similar. I saw one or two that was, let me walk around to the back, that was like white, almost an off-white, but I'm not sure how well that's picking up. That's the only place that says Explorer on it, and you know, it almost looks like a sticker that somebody has added on. The hole on top, the guy said he had it lined up so that the gas tank, seen here, and you can see that giant hole in the top of it, but he had it lined up so that the lid was right there in that hole, which is pretty nice. I'm hoping to do that with my other trike. That's right, I got 2 trikes. Alright, let me get around to the other side here and check a couple things, and we'll finish up this video. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this video. I was going to give you a couple specs on it. From the front of the rear tire to the rear of the body, which hangs past the rear tires just a few inches, I make the thing to be about just about, I'll say 8 foot and 5 inches. The tires on the sides and the rear stick out just a little bit past the body, maybe an inch. I'm guessing that to be 52 inches. So, I mean, it's a lot bigger than you realize when you see a picture of it. I've sat in it. My buddy sat in it. I mean, you know, a full-grown man sits in it very comfortably. When I got it, the gas tank was not on it. But he turned the key, and you know how these motors are. They want to roll forward when you start them. You got to stop them, you know, hold the brake or put your foot on them or something. You know, they don't take off, but they just want to roll forward. But it turned over. It wanted to start, but of course it doesn't have a gas tank on it. So it's got compression, and it wants to start. So my next video, I will here in a minute I'll walk around to the front so you can see that front end a little better. But my next video, I will get somebody to help me set the body off of it. Then I'm going to check the oil and rig up some sort of temporary gas and try and fire that puppy up. My main goal is just to get it running so I can ride it and play around. But yeah, the other trike I want to customize and do up. You can see the ignition switch there. I don't know what the hole above it is for. I wonder if possibly a choke or something. And then the big hole is a speedometer. It's analog, which I have it, and I've got a cable that came with the unit. So hopefully I can get that to working. It's hard to find it's hard to find an analog speedometer, period. I'm going to turn no. But yeah, I was glad it had the speedometer with it. You can see suspension in the front, suspension in the rear. I kind of like that fender on it. It's got a horn, turn signals, headlight, brake light, key start. These things are street legal. I have the title. So, yeah. People have seen it and they said, "Oh man, you'll be riding that to my house." I said, "I will be riding that to your house. You ain't kidding me." But like my buddy said, it screams 1970s, which it does. Alright, I'm going to wrap this video up. As always, please like and subscribe. And hopefully in a couple days I'll get the body off of it, be able to record that video, and post the two of them together. Sorry about the shaking. Hopefully it won't be so bad next time. And also look for the next video I had planned before I got this unit was to fit all the parts on my old trike. So that's an exciting video for me, because I get to see what that thing is going to look like, and it's going to look cool. Thanks for watching.